Extend them out long. And slowly take the right arm, reach it towards the ceiling. Begin to lower it overhead. Nice and slowly. And then begin to reach it back towards the ceiling. As it starts coming down towards your hip, turn your head to the left and reach those right fingers as far down towards your toes as you can. We'll do that a couple of times. We'll stay to the same side. Right arm reaches overhead. And lowering it down. As it gets towards the hip, turn the head to the left. Breathing slowly. Let's do 2 more. Last one, reaching that right arm up, really reaching it long. And then trying to make the arm as long as possible as it comes down towards the hip. Turn the head to the left. Just pause there for a moment with the hand down towards the side. Turning the head to the left. Give it a stretch all the way down the right side of the neck. And then turn the head back towards the ceiling. And we'll do the other arm. So lifting the left arm overhead. And slowly bring it towards the ceiling, lowering down towards the hip, turning the head to the right. Inhale, reach the arm overhead. And exhale. And head to the right. 2 more. And last one. And really reach those fingers towards the toes. Turn the head to the right. Take an extra breath here. And then relax the arm down by the side, bring the head back to the center. Gently turn the head side to side. And then we'll bring everything back to the center. This one will reach both arms overhead. Inhaling as the arms come up. As you exhale, bring the arms down, hug the knee into the chest. You can bring your nose up towards the knee if that's comfortable, or you can keep your head down. Then as you inhale, lengthen the arm and the leg down. As you exhale, bring the left knee into the chest. Lifting the head if you like. Inhale, lengthen everything. And exhale, hugging the knee in. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale. Just do 1 more each side at your own pace, moving with your own breath. And when you've done both sides, just pause for a moment with your arms down by your sides so you can all catch up. Bring the right knee in towards the chest again, holding it with the arms. Let the arms do the work and make some circles with that knee. So you'll start stirring the thigh bone in the hip joint here. Do a few in one direction. And then switch directions. And we'll make some circles with the ankle. Do a few clockwise. And a couple anti-clockwise. And slide the hands behind the thigh. Lengthen the leg towards the ceiling. Flex the foot, bend the knee, bring the foot down towards the floor. Point and reach. Flex and bend. Point and reach. Flex and bend. 1 more. And next time the knees bent. Release the hands. Shift the hips over just a couple of inches to the right. Bring that right knee over to the left, just into a little twist. Nice gentle twist. Early in the class, you can let that right arm come out by the side. That is comfortable. And then bring everything back towards the center. Lengthen that leg. Pause for 1 breath. And then have the left knee in, and we'll repeat it on the left side. So start by stirring that thigh bone, letting the arms do the work here, if possible. times in one direction, 3 or 4 times the opposite direction. Make some circles with your ankles. And we'll slide the hands behind the thigh, lift the leg towards the ceiling. Flex the foot, bend the knee. And lift. Flex and lower, 2 more. Need to lift. Last one. Release the leg. You can move the hips a couple of inches to the left. Bring that left knee down over to the right. Maybe extending that left arm out a little. A gentle twist. Come back to the center. Hug both knees into the chest. Rock gently side to side. Let your head turn side to side. Maybe you can turn your head the opposite way. Knees go. And come all the way over to the side. Slowly push yourself up to a seated position. And maybe sitting on a block would be a good idea. So you can the hips and breathe easily.
Okay. Just live.
Yes, you're not supposed to be talking now.
How do I turn that off? Sorry, Rita.
I think you hit mute or something. I don't know.
Oh, I found it.
Hey, it's real. No, it's supposed to be walking. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Bring the hands to the knees and draw the elbows in a little bit towards the waist so that you can relax your arms. Close the eyes, take a couple of breaths here. And open the eyes. Bring the hands together, interlace the fingers. Push the palms away as you round the spine, drop the chin a little as you exhale. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. And then exhale, fold forward. Do a couple more like that. Inhaling. And exhale. This time as you reach your arms up. Leave them there, bring the hands behind the head. Push the head gently into the hands, keeping the elbows wide. Soften the chin a little bit. And then release it. Let the right elbow be heavy and fall all the way to the floor to your inside bend. Keep your hand behind your left hand behind the head. And right hand to the floor. And slowly fold toward that right knee. Exhale. And then inhale. Open the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Open the chest. And 2 more. And last one. Pause here. Release that hand. Reach over towards the right. Keeping that left hip heavy. Inhale up through the center and over to the left. Inhale through the center. Over to the right. And we'll bring that left hand down in front of the knee. Fold over that right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And twist a little bit further towards the right. Left hand can be on top of the thigh. Nice long spine. Reach the right arm behind. And sweep it up and over, reaching for the opposite corner. Bring the hand down to the knee. Let's walk the hands forward, take a little forward fold here. One more breath. Now begin to walk the hands back to the hips. Sweep one arm and then the other arm behind. Push the hands into the floor, lift the chin from the chest. You can push so far you lift your hips if you like to do that. And exhale, bring everything back to the center. And we'll switch the cross of the legs. And bring the hands to heart center, interlace the fingers, and then switch the cross of all of those fingers so it's in the least familiar way. exhale, round the spine, reaching the arms forward. And inhale to lift. And exhale, forward. 2 more like this. Inhaling. I think that was 3. This time we'll leave the arms up there, bring the hands behind the head. Again, gently pushing the head into the hands, tucking the chin. And release the head. Slowly come down towards the left. Let that left arm release to the floor. As you exhale, folding down towards the left knee. And then inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Pause here. Leave that right arm overhead, keeping that right hip heavy. Inhale to the center. And slowly to the right. Coming up. And over to the left. Bring that hand down in front of the knee, folding over the left knee. A couple of breaths. And inhale, lengthen the spine. Bring the right hand to the thigh. Rotate the ribcage to the left. Keep the left arm behind. Sweep it up and over, reaching for the opposite corner. Release that hand down. Bring the hands out in front. Take that forward fold again. Couple of breaths here. And we'll begin to move the hands back to the hips. We can hear you, by the way, reaching one arm behind and then the other. Pushing the shoulder in the chest, the chin, maybe the hip. And then releasing everything. We'll come over onto our hands and knees. Make sure you bring your blocks towards the front of the mat. When you need them later. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take a few rounds of cat-cow. At your own pace. And we'll pause for that spine since we've done for one. Lengthen the right arm under through the heel. And rock that foot towards the back a little bit. And lengthen. And again, stretching out the back of the leg. Keeping the neck long, so resisting the temptation to look back at the knees. Or to look at the wall in front. And come back to the center. We'll lengthen the right leg behind again. This time we'll lift it to hip height. And as you exhale, bend the knee into the nose, curling everything under, and inhale, lengthen. So you can stay there, or you can bring your left arm in. Bringing the knee to the elbow. Let's do one more. We'll keep the leg out, bring the hand down, reach that right foot across to the left, lengthen the spine as you inhale, and then as you exhale, take a side bend to the left foot. And you inhale, bring everything back to the center. You can move the hips sideways, move the rib cage sideways, and we'll come on to the other side. So start by lengthening the left leg behind, lifting it, bending the knee, bringing it into the nose, and then inhale to lengthen. Right arm can come up as well. You can keep that arm down if this is enough of a balance challenge for you. Last one. Lengthen the leg, bring the hand to the floor, reach that left leg over towards the right. Lengthen the spine first on the inhale, and then exhale, turn to the foot. And then bring everything back to the center. Moving the hips around. Sit the hips back towards the ankles. Take a little child's pose. And keeping the hands about where they are, pull yourself up to that extended tabletop position, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, and find a down dog. You can bend the knees, lift the hips up and back to lengthen through the shoulders. And then maybe think about lengthening the legs. And bend one knee, reach the opposite heel to the floor. And slowly switch. And then we'll turn that pedaling into a slow walk to the front of your mat. Bending your knees a lot as you come forward here. So much that the top of your head can reach for the floor. You take hold of your elbows, swaying gently side to side. You can turn your head. No, yes. And we'll come to a pause in the center. Bend the knees. Tuck the tail a little. Slowly uncurl all the way to a standing position. Take a couple of shoulder shrugs. How's everyone feeling? Okay. Do some sun salutations. So feet are parallel. They can be together if you like that way. Collarbones wide. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees as you come forward. Slide the hands up the legs, push into the thighs. Pull the shins, lengthen the spine. And exhale to fold. Inhale, lift and reach the arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. 2 more. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and reach the arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. Do 1 more inhale. Exhale. Inhale to lift the chest. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and reach the arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands to the blocks. And step the right foot back to a lunge. Take a little flow here. Lifting the hips up and back, the front leg will lengthen. And then inhale into your lunge. Exhale to lengthen. And inhale. Moving through your breath. One more. Next time your legs lengthen and your hips are back, just pause there. You don't have to straighten the leg. Just letting it lengthen. Don't overdo it. Inhale to the lunge. Lower that right knee and untuck the toe. Keep your hands on the blocks here or bring them to the thigh. Gently put the hips forward. Just for Anjaneyasana. Ease off, bring the hands to the blocks. Tuck the right toe, lift the thigh, push, and come to a forward fold. Inhale, lift the arms.
I'm watching my friend teach her yoga class.
Lift the hips up and back to lengthen that front leg. Let's take a few of those again. And while you're doing this, think of drawing the hips into the center line. Rather than that right hip swing out. Pause next time the hips are up and back and that front leg is lengthened. Now we'll inhale to your lunge, lower the left knee, untuck the toe. We'll find Anjali Asana on this side, so again you can come to blocks. And bring hands to the thighs. And bring the hands down, tuck the left toe, lift the thigh, push up and come to the floor. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. Yes. Let's add on to that a little bit. So inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Hands can come to the floor or to blocks. We're going to step the left foot back. We're going to lift it, let it land down so it's about 45 degrees. We can peel off and come to warrior one. Bending into that front knee. Let's bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, reach them down that left thigh, lift the chest, and begin to hinge forward. Find a humble warrior. So you can lift your arms overhead if that's comfortable, or you can keep them down on your back. Alternative is actually just to release your hands and bring one hand on top of the other on your back. Slowly come all the way up. Release the hands, warrior one. And exhale, warrior two. We're going to take a little flow here. I'm going to inhale, lengthen that front leg, reach the arms towards the ceiling. And then exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reach. And exhale. Two more, inhale. Last one, reaching, lengthening that front leg. And we'll end in warrior two. We'll bring this right forearm to the thigh. Relax this left arm down, let it just hang down for a little bit, swing it around. The weight of the arm do the work. That back, bend. And we'll pause, begin to reach that left arm to the front wall. Rotate everything. Come to that side angle, so really reach through the fingertips. You can keep your arm on the leg. You can lengthen it to the floor, bring it to a block. Nice. One more breath. Now we'll inhale to warrior two. Step that foot in just a little bit. You're going to pivot the back foot, sweep it up, and come into a high lunge. So this is your only real balance for the day. Nice. And try and step forward in one go into Utkatasana. Yeah. And then exhale to Tadasana. Nice. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward, bring the hands to the floor, step the right foot back this time, and begin to warrior one, so let it come down at an angle, and peel off. We'll find humble warrior on this side, so interlace the fingers behind the back. If you can, you could change the interlace of those fingers in the least comfortable way. Sliding the hands down that right side, and then folding forward. Very nice, everyone. And we'll slowly reach up again, lifting the arms to warrior one. Beautiful. Yep, opening out to warrior two. We'll keep that same flow. Inhale, reaching the arms, lengthen the front leg, and exhale into warrior two. Inhale to reach, and exhale. Two. last one. Bring that left forearm to the thigh. Let this right arm relax down. Make some circles. Bend that back leg. And then we'll reach for the front wall. And rotate everything. Lengthen through the arm. That left arm can stay resting on the thigh. You can reach it for the floor. Try not to put all your weight in that arm. Come back up to warrior two. So knowing now that you're going to pivot into lunge, you might want to make that little bit of shorter warrior two. Pivot up into your high lunge. Bring your neck to the wall. We're going to lower the hands. This time we're going to lower the knee, bring the left knee down and sit back to a child's pose. That is really the hard work because you can't. Take a few breaths here. Some nice options here. That's a nice one, Cindy. Let's see if we move the class. The arms are extended, elbows are on the floor. Bring your hands together and bend your hands back. Make the leg. Really nice stretch. Lower the hands back down. Pull yourself up. Bring the knees to parallel if they're not already. Roll all the way to the floor, onto the belly. You can stack one hand on top of the other and let your forehead rest on. So options for the feet here are really whatever you're comfortable with. You can turn the foot out to the side, the crocodile, or you can just let them relax out. And just notice your breathing here compared to the breathing at the start of the class. So it's kind of fun to completely. So really focusing on the back ribs expanding. And relaxing into the lower back. Then come into a couple of back bends. So we'll start with Sphinx pose. We'll bring the elbows underneath the shoulders and bring the feet and legs to parallel. Bring up a bit further forward with me, so the elbows underneath the shoulders. Tops of the feet push into the floor. Lift the belly a little bit. Legs are engaged. Lifting the chest forward and up. Keeping some space between the shoulders and the ears. And slowly lower your head to one side. Let your ankles relax out to the side. You can sway a bit side to side. Come into the second Sphinx. Bending the legs, pulling the floor to the feet. Lengthening through the spine, the lift in the belly, breathing. And slowly down. Turning back to the opposite side. Bring the right arm underneath the forehead. Keep the legs parallel. Bend the left knee and reach around for it with your left hand. Try to make sure that knee doesn't walk out to the side too much. So the first step is to have that front left hip point trying to push into the floor. So if you already feel a big stretch, you could just stop at that point. Or you could think of lengthening the thigh so your knee is reaching for the end of the mat. That's also a pretty big stretch. And if you want more, you can begin to lift the knee off the floor, pushing the foot into the hand. And if you want to reach your arm out in front, you can make a little bit of a superwoman, bit of a back bend as well. One more breath here. And then slowly release that leg. Relax the head down for a moment. Wave the hips side to side. And we'll bring the left forearm underneath the forehead and we'll reach around for the right foot. So same here, start with that right hip point, trying to reach into the floor. So we're trying to take that crease out of the front of the hip. If you want to add to that, you can lengthen the thigh, reaching the knee to the end of the mat. Or you can lift your knee, pushing the foot into the hand, maybe lifting the back, little back bend. And then gently release everything. Lowering everything down, let your ankles relax out to the side. Let your hips sway side to side. Bend the knees so the feet pointing to the ceiling. Let them rock to one side and then the other. And then we'll lengthen the legs. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Push yourself back. Sit on your heels. Into child's pose. Keep your knees a little wider in the ribcage. Lengthen the arms out in front. Walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. The left hand can come on top. Reach the left hip back. And keep the arms long, walking through the center. And then over to the left side of the mat. The right hand can come on top and the right hip can reach back. And then come back to the center. Into any shape of child's pose if it's comfortable. Take a few more breaths there. So next we're going to come into pigeon. So you have the option of coming over onto your back for supine pigeon. If you want to come into regular pigeon, then from here you come into the down dog. Bring that right knee behind the right wrist. You want to come onto your back. This is what I'm going to do. Bring the right foot to the floor and bring the left ankle over that right thigh. You can bring that right thigh towards you. Lower everything down. Did you want to put a block under your hip? I need to relax though. I really don't have that leg so far forward. I think that, yeah. That's good. Yeah, try that and then begin to lengthen. Yeah, that's comfortable. So whatever version of pigeon you want, lock underneath that. The bent leg is always nice. Take several breaths here. Take 3 more slow breaths here. Get on your back, release that right foot to the floor, and switch legs. If you're not on your back, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, push yourself up to one-legged down dog, and then lift the left leg up. And bring the left knee behind the left wrist. Whichever leg you didn't do. Yeah, you might notice a big difference between one hip and the other. Whenever you want, try to relax your head down. I want you to lock your hands. Few more slow breaths here. Slide the hands underneath your shoulders. Move the props out of the way. Reach back with that leg. Go down dog split. On your back. I'm just going to come into a seated position. And then when you're ready, everyone make their way to seated position. Feel free to come through a little flow there if you want to do that. And sit up nice and tall. Bring the soles of the feet together. Rather than bring them in as close as you can, you're going to let them be much further away. So it's more of a diamond shape. You bring the hands to the floor inside your feet. And then begin to walk them forward. You can bring your forearms to the floor. So I call this turtle. I don't actually know what it's Breathe. Take 2 more breaths here. We'll begin to slowly bring those turtle feet back towards you. Lengthen the legs out a little bit of shape. We'll do something a little different. We're going to start in like an Upavista Konasana. The legs reaching out to the side, toes and knees point to the ceiling. So normally we would say open as far as you can, and it's okay to bend your knees. I want you to keep the knees pretty straight here. So bring the legs as far into the center as you need to be able to really think of the back of the knees reaching into the floor. So this is really active. So we'll just walk the hands forward briefly, just to get a lay of the land of how we feel in this position, what's working, what's tight. Actually feels pretty good. Walk the hands back towards the hips. Now rotate the chest towards the right leg, and then you can walk the hands down, bringing that chest towards the leg. And just take note here of where you're feeling any tension, how it feels. I'm trying to keep that hip heavy, but it is really wanting to come off the floor. Walk the hands back towards the hips. Through the center. And rotate towards the left leg. And we'll begin to walk down. Slowly and gently, bring the chest down towards the thigh. May not get anywhere near the thigh, that's okay. Lift the hands back up. We're going to sit facing the front. We're going to keep the right leg where it is. Bend the left knee in so the foot is coming towards that thigh. Take the hands to the outside of the left thigh. I'm going to rotate all the way, so the back leg can rotate inwards, and you're going to try to look over your shoulder, so you're looking at your foot. And gently release it. Bring everything back to the center, lengthen the left leg, and then fall back. We'll bring hands to the outside. We're going to rotate around so that left hip will come off the floor, inside of that left arm, and look over your right shoulder. Maybe you can see it then. And come back down. We'll do that a couple of times. So it's not supposed to be like a really heroic event, right? If you can see your toes, let me know. The interest is bring the hands to the outside, release the back hip, over your shoulder. Oh, I'm trying to believe that I can actually see it a bit further. I just want to then release it down. Humor me, right? If someone just pretend to see your toes. I bet you can. Stand there, one more each side. I'm trying to persuade myself that I can see a bit more of my map, but I think I'm actually inching forward a little bit. Like when you think you see a dolphin in the ocean. Yeah, definitely a dolphin. It wasn't the way. Rotate. I don't know if you did these 20 times, if you get more of a benefit. I think it's supposed to be 3 times. The last time, put in towards the thigh, hands to the outside, rotate. And you probably notice that you can get a lot more movement on one side than the other. And then we'll release everything back to the center and come back to that starting position with the legs extended. Back of the knees trying to reach into the floor, sit up nice and tall. We'll rotate towards the right leg. Begin to inch down. I'm sure you're all blown away by how much extra movement we've got now. Right? Probably convinced myself that it does feel better. One more breath. Then put the hands back up. Continue the center. Over the left leg. Begin to lengthen the spine. We'll come through the center. We'll take a more traditional Uttanasana, hinging forward. Pausing when you feel some tension. Breathing. Slowly put the hands back to the hip. Bend the knees, bring the legs forward, give you a little shape. And make sure you're in the middle of your mat, and the hands kind of like slowly, all the way down to the floor, hugging the knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. You're going to keep the knees bent. Roll over onto your left side so the knees come to the floor and they stay in that L position. Reach your left arm out in front and the right arm on top of it. Make a big circle with this right arm. Make a big semicircle, tracing along the floor all the way behind you so you open the chest. And then exhale with the arm towards the ceiling and lower it down to that left arm. Do that a few times. Tracing that semicircle overhead all the way around. And then exhale, reach for the ceiling and close it like the pages of the book. Two more. Sweeping it around. And this time we're going to sweep it around, trace that semicircle, but then pause this time and stay in this twist. So thinking that right shoulder trying to reach the floor. If you want to get your shoulder on the floor, but your knees pop off the floor, then you can put a block either underneath the bottom knee or between both knees. So you can release your shoulder. One more breath here. And bring that right arm and over to the left. Just pause here for a couple of breaths. And then roll onto your back. Just rock side to side a couple of times first. And then we'll roll over to the right side, keeping the knees bent. We'll take that same action on the other side. The right arm's extended out on the floor, the left hand's on top of it. We're going to make a big semicircle around the floor if your shoulder can deal with that. And then close it towards the ceiling. releasing that around the floor, overhead. And then closing it up. One more like that. Sweeping it around. And then up towards the ceiling and down. And then this time, we'll sweep it all the way up and over. And we'll leave the arm there. We'll come into a twist on this side, so leave it open. And again, maybe your shoulder doesn't make it to the floor. If you want it on the floor, your knees might pop up, so you can put something underneath your knee. You can turn your head to the left. And we'll slowly come out of this twist. Hugging the knees into the chest, turning the head gently side to side. And let's set up the bridge. So bringing the feet to the floor, in line with the sits bones. Knees and feet are parallel, arms are down by the side. And to curl the tail off the floor, peeling the spine up, reaching hips to the ceiling. Hold it here for a breath or two. And slowly curl down one vertebra at a time. Let's take a second bridge, lifting up any way you prefer. You can stay here or you can interlace your fingers behind your back, pushing into the floor to lift them higher. Or you can keep your arms down by your side. And then when you're ready, you can release your hands, lower your hips to the floor. We'll come to a third supported bridge. So we'll lift the hips, slide the block underneath the back of the pelvis. So make sure it's not on your spine, just on the flat part back of the pelvis. So just pause there for a moment just to get yourself situated. You think of drawing the bottom ribs towards the floor. They're not going to reach the floor, but think of them trying to get to the floor. So you'll tuck the tail under a little bit. Hug the right knee into the chest. Keeping that tail tucked under, lift the left leg towards the ceiling. And then begin to lower it to the floor, keeping the tail tucked under. It probably won't reach the floor. Breathing. Keep hold of the right knee with the right hand. Lengthen the left arm overhead. Reach it behind you. And then release the arm. Bend that left knee in. Keeping the tail tucked under, so drawing those back ribs towards the floor. The left knee in, lengthen the right leg to the ceiling, and begin to lower that leg, keeping the pelvis a little tucked under. Keep holding your left knee with your left hand, reach the right arm overhead, as far away from your right foot as you can. actively reaching here, not just collapsing it onto the floor. And then releasing our bend the knees into the chest. So options here to lengthen the legs towards the ceiling, just pull your shoulders down. Or any other movement you want to take in this position. Since we have lots of room today, if you'd like to bring your mat to the wall and bring your legs up the wall, you can do that as well. You can stay here as long as you like. Whenever you're ready, bring your feet to the floor. And lift the hips, take the block away. And find a comfortable position for Shavasana. But we have plenty of time, so we don't have to rush into Shavasana. Any movement you want to take first is fine. If you want to do a happy baby. Legs can be lengthened. Let the feet drop out to the side. Initially, palms face up, but if you're more comfortable with them facing down, that's fine. Any position here works well. Just focus on your breathing. Turning that breath we had at the beginning of class. Focusing on one breath at a time. Into deepening breathing, lengthening your inhale and exhale. Invite some small movements back. Start by wiggling your fingers and toes, circling your wrists and ankles. Stretching your arms overhead. And maybe hugging the knees into the chest. Rocking gently side to side. Let your head turn slowly side to side. And then come all the way over onto a side that's comfortable. Pulling the head with a block with your arm. And keeping your eyes closed. And your head heavy until the last moment. Push yourself up with your arms into a seated position facing the front. You can rest your hands on your thighs, bring them to heart center. Close fast by taking some deep cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling like a sigh through the mouth. We'll inhale. Inhale. One more. And just breathe as normal. I'm so grateful you all came to share your practice with me this evening, for taking part in our little technology experiment.